As Daddy Kneidle was out working in the yard, he started to smell the wonderful aroma of fresh baking challah. Daddy Kneidle thought, fresh challah? Here in the country? Am I smelling that delicious smell? Can this really be? Just to be sure, he came into the house to see for himself. When he saw the fresh baking challah in the oven, Daddy Kneidle said, "Oh my, what a surprise! Thank you so much! How wonderful this is! At least we'll be able to make Kiddush on this delicious fresh challah." "Kiddush on challah?" said the Kneidle kids. "Yes," said Daddy Kneidle. "It says in Shulchan Aruch that if you don't have wine, you could make Kiddush on challah. Now I'm so excited. This will be a real treat." "A real treat?" said the Kneidle kids. "But don't you want to make Kiddush on wine?" "Yes," said Daddy Kneidle, "but the kosher superstore is closed, so we have no wine." The Kneidle kids looked at each other and said, "If we could make challah, why can't we make kosher wine?" Thought Daddy Kneidle. Our own kosher wine? Not a simple thing to do. "But," said Daddy Kneidle, "there is a small vineyard down the old farm road. Maybe it's worth a try." "You know what?" said Daddy Kneidle. "Let's go. We're making Kiddush wine." Grapes grow in orchards on very fertile land. We take care of the vineyard and collect the grapes by hand. We jump and stamp on the grapes collected from the vine. Then they soak in a barrel, fermenting into wine. We feel the joy of Shabbos, so restful and divine, as we take a sip of Tati's Kiddush wine. We feel the joy of Shabbos, so restful and divine, as we take a sip of Tati's Kiddush wine. We're making Kiddush wine. We're making Kiddush wine. We're making Kiddush wine, so tasty and divine. We're making Kiddush wine. We're making Kiddush wine. We're making Kiddush wine, so tasty and divine. Kosher wine is guarded in a very special place. We store it in a barrel or bottles in a case. We use the wine on Shabbos and other joyful times, when we make Kiddush on a cup full of wine. We feel the joy of Shabbos, so restful and divine, as we take a sip of Tati's Kiddush wine. We feel the joy of Shabbos, so restful and divine. As we take a sip of Tati's Kiddush wine, we're making Kiddush wine. We're making Kiddush wine. We're making Kiddush wine, so tasty and divine. We're making Kiddush wine. We're making Kiddush wine. We're making Kiddush wine, so tasty and divine. We're making Kiddush wine. We're making Kiddush wine. We're making Kiddush wine, so tasty and divine. Daddy Kneidle paid Chaim the vineyard man and put the case of wine into the car.